story.
Ready to squander the remainder of your days?
Please help me lift the ban on Tail.
That's the I can't believe how close it is to the city center.
They hadn't identified it. I bet all the shops and hotels in the vicinity would have had to close.
Move back! This is your final warning.
But my proof of property is inside.
The fragmentum has already corroded this block. You can make a property retrieval request to the architects, but only Silvermane guards are permitted to enter.
I can't believe fragmentum corrosion has spread into the city. No wonder there are so many soldiers stationed. It sure is. But at least we're here. Once we seal the Stellaron, they can get back to the good life.
Please try to understand, sir. Backwater Pass has become very dangerous. We're just here for your safety.
If I can't get my proof of property, it doesn't matter how safe I am. Out of my way! Let me pass!
Neverwinter Workshop. Hey, didn't Japard say there'd be a show?
He said you can sometimes catch an outdoor performance. Sometimes being the operative word.
Ah, darn. I wanted to see one. Oh, I'd been wondering. You see that heater over there? Why do they keep it outdoors? This city is so weird. Normally you'd want a heater inside a building, right? If so, I'm not sure mighty is the right word for these architects.
Tiny heaters are no use against the Stellaron disaster.
You guys sure have a lot to say about that broken heater.
Oh, wow, she's cool.
Hi there. The name's Serval. I'm the owner of this workshop. If you got any broken equipment lying around, you can always come find me, though I can't guarantee I'll be interested in fixing it.
Oh, we're okay. I was just curious about the heater.
Curious? About the heater? It's just a standard geomarrow radiator. You can find them anywhere in the administrative district. Only just got here? Ah! I figured it out! I heard a loudmouth guard say that a group of outsiders had met with Cocolia. You must be that. What an honor. Where are my manners? We can talk about heaters all day if you like. Let's have a chat. The heater you saw is just a standard geomarrow radiator. They may not look like much, but they're a real lifeline to the people. The blizzards here are brutal. If we didn't have a reliable way of keeping warm, Belobog would long since have become a dead city, both above and below the surface. It's an ore, a special energy resource. Whether it's keeping the city warm or keeping our counters ticking, everything runs on geomarrow. Geomarrow grows beneath the surface of the planet, and specialist underworld mining teams are there to extract it. Transport lines shuttle it up to the surface. In the overworld, we use the same lines to ship surface goods and aid down to the underworld. You didn't know? Belobog is structured like two big connected disks. The overworld is responsible for administration and trade, while the underworld is responsible for energy supply. However, due to an order that was given many years ago, nobody has moved between the overworld and the underworld in a long time. I shouldn't be talking about this. Pretend I never said anything. Isn't it just like...
When she puts it like that, it actually...
No sweat. This is your first time in Belobog. I just want you to feel some of the warmth the city has to offer. Hey, seeing as there's nothing on your plate just now, want to help me fix up this machine? Just a bit of manual labor. You might find it interesting. Great. Then let me give you a demonstration first. Nice. You guys are pretty... Well, I'd better carry on here. Why not have a better look around? My workshop will always be open to you. And your wallets, of course.
These trifles are of no use to me.
Wow, what a beautiful lobby! It's gonna be soft mattresses and cushiony pillows. Wanna have a pillow fight later? Huh? I bet they're stuffed with goose feathers!
March. Earlier in Klipoth Fort.
stop. I know what you're gonna say. March, you said too much back there. March, you shouldn't reveal our goal to people we don't trust. Meanwhile, you guys were beating around the bush and speaking in riddles. But check it out. Seems like we landed with a pretty sweet deal, right? We get the royal treatment, rooms in a beautiful hotel, and the full support of the locals. As far as trailblazing goes, this is smooth as heck.
That's not what I was going to say.
All right, spit it out then.
Earlier in Klepoth Fort, were you paying attention to the Supreme Guardian?
Yeah, of course. This isn't my first expedition, you know. My powers of perception are sharper than the sharpest blade. Nope, she seemed normal to me. She was kinda harsh at first, but she turned out to be a nice, reasonable lady. Although, it felt like she was looking through me. As in, I know she was speaking to us, but it seemed like her gaze was fixed on something far away.
I had a similar feeling. Almost as if we weren't the only people in the room.
Do you have to put it like that? That's scary. Well, there's no way he'd get past Danhung's sharp eyes.
Perhaps I'm too sensitive. She did promise to help us. I just hope she keeps her word. Let's get some rest. We need to save our energy for the discussions tomorrow.
That's your 8th dish.
It's 100% true.
Is there anything left to do? We're meeting the Guardian tomorrow. There won't be any time for sightseeing. Is there anything left to do?
It was a long day. You two.
Let's get to bed early and save our energy. I sense the next few days could...
Well, I'm off to my room then.
you? What are you?
We are
What do you want?
Hey, thanks for followers.
to help you achieve your wish.
Hey, did you hear that?
There's a group of Silvermane guards at the entrance. And I don't think they're here to say hi.
If this is our escort, it's less friendly. I guess we'll have to find out.
Let's go and meet them. We won't know until we're down there.
Hey, Commander Bronya is waiting for you all down below. Hurry up and go see her. And no tricks.
Are we in a lot of trouble? Huh? It's you. You were there at the fort.
I am Bronya Rand, acting commander of the Silvermane Guards. In the name of the Amber Lord in the Highest, and under order of Supreme Guardian Cocolia Rand, I hereby arrest the suspected infiltrators under the charge of plotting to incite rebellion. As agent of the Supreme Guardian, I herewith temporarily strip you of your freedom of action and speech. When you are tried by the adjudication panel, you will be given the opportunity to defend yourselves against the accusation. Resistance will prove futile. You must come with me.
Wait a minute. This isn't what we agreed. She said we were going to be escorted to discuss an urgent matter.
This is an orchestrated betrayal, obviously.
Looks like we've been downgraded to accomplices. Again. It seems like it's every third planet this happens.
That's because you always act without thinking. You never have a plan.
Hey, I'm improving. I'm coming up with a plan right now. And... got one! Down the alley.
The one that's been sealed off. It's possible. March. Be ready to make an escape.
Huh? Really? I just wanted to say something.
Three of a kind.
Shh! It's an old Astral Express escape signal. Do you play cards?
Two pair?
Hey, what are you whispering? Let's get going.
Ace!
Have an ice day! They charged straight in!
Escaping into a fragmentum. I don't know if they're overconfident or just eager for death. It would seem that Mother's judgment was correct.
Should we report them as missing or deceased?
The Supreme Guardian's order was to arrest them. We cannot abandon our pursuit just because they fled into a sealed-off area. I must ascertain their fate with my own eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Eradicate all threats to Bellabog's security. That is what I must do.
Ha! See? They weren't brave enough to follow Better luck next time, Slowpokes! It was a team effort.
We caught them by surprise. Nothing more. They'll be in pursuit soon enough. Let's follow the path. We need to guarantee our own safety before making any further plans.
So, what happened back there? Why did the Supreme Guardian send people to arrest us? Imagine launching a surprise attack when your enemy is fast asleep. The cheek!
That woman had a troubling aura.
Initiate cleanup.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them!
I'm asking questions.
This battle is unavoidable.
Join the battle.
Every victory is hard won.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Like fireflies to a flame. My until everything burns to ashes!
Defense?
There's always a weakness. You'll pay for this.
I'm asking questions.
Unworthy.
Firefly Type 4 in position. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them! This battle is unavoidable. Evildoer.
Stand down and I'll spare you. Flee me like roaring flood. A blade of moonlight. All will be revealed. In lunar flame! Mere worldly possessions. The moon shines on the truth.
Fireflies to a flame. I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes!
Never stop thinking. Fail. Get out. Essayus Percipi. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
I will claim victory for myself. Live to fight! Fight you!
0 points. Next.
Recalibrating. Firefly, type 4, in position. You'll pay for this. The time is now. Lend me your strength. This is move forward. Ignite.
Never stop thinking.
There's always a weakness.
Stand down and I'll spare you.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them! Every victory is hard won.
Initiate cleanup.
Let's test your knowledge.
You'll pay for this. Evildoer. Every victory is hard won. Inspection complete. Wait! There are Silvermane guards here. Careful not to alert them.
They must have entered from another direction to cut us off. We should avoid an open conflict. Let's find another path.
Wait! There are Silvermane guards here. Careful not to alert them.
We must have entered. We should avoid an open...
It doesn't seem like there's any way to open this gate. Ooh, check this mechanism out! Look!
Yes. We saw one in Serval's workshop. We need to solve it before we run out of time. The guards are right on our heels.
No danger detected. But never let your guard down.
I'm asking the questions. Never stop thinking.
There's always a weakness. Like fireflies to I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes!
Unworthy of my time. Fleeting light, roaring flood. All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Wait, there are still.
We should avoid an.
Initiate cleanup. Executing attack.
Do you have answers?
Like fireflies, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes!
Let's test your knowledge. 0 points. Next.
Do not concern yourself with the outcome. Mere worldly possessions.
I don't see a switch for the gate. Over there!
There's a monster in the area.
Yeah, my first.
We'll need to deal with it first.
Playthrough of Honkai. So I got a little bit of this sponsorship, so I'm like, I give it a decent attempt.
Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
Sam, in position.
Like fireflies, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes!
Never stop thinking.
You'll pay for this.
Just as my calculations predicted. Wealth shouldn't be a hindrance to the pursuit of truth.
She really caught up with us. Even had time to set up an ambush.
You dare underestimate me? Even though it has suffered fragmentum corrosion, this is still part of Belobog. It was our home. The guards know this place like the back of their hand. Enough cat and mouse. Drop your weapons and come with me.
You're such a nuisance. Just what crime are we supposed to have committed again? It better be worth you following us all the way out here.
My orders are to arrest you. It is for the adjudication panel to present you with the nature and penalty of your alleged crimes.
You saw us yesterday. Do you remember? Madame Cocolia received us as honored guests. How can such a drastic change have occurred in the course of one night?
The Madam Guardian investigated your backgrounds. She summoned me last night to tell me that you had deceived her. Your identities and purpose here are counterfeit. You seek to overthrow the rule of the architects.
What a two-faced hag!
Publicly insulting the Supreme Guardian only elevates the seriousness of your crimes. Throw down your arms and surrender.
We're wasting our words, March. At least one thing is clear. We mustn't be caught.
Well, if there's no escape, then maybe it's time we gave them a taste of Astral Express medicine.
Joining the battle.
I'm asking the questions.
Like fireflies too, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes!
Never stop thinking. Fail. Get out.
This is more than a battle.
There's always a weakness. Evildoer.
Lady Bronya!
I'll handle these evildoers myself.
Gonna fight myself.
Onward! We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
Target sighted. All units on alert. Executing attack!
Like fireflies to I will fight for myself. Until everything burns to ashes!
Let's test your knowledge.
Firefly, type 4, in position. This battle is unavoidable.
Try harder.
Stop right there. You'll pay for this. Evildoer.
Do you have answers? Never stop thinking. 0 points. Next. SAS per Kipping. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
Unworthy of my time.
Fail. Get out. Points. Next.
This battle is unavoidable.
I'm asking the questions. Let's test your knowledge.
This girl's pretty strong. Hey, Don Hung! Maybe now's a good time to show off your secret strength?
You first.
You're no fun.
Intruders, give it up. You will be guaranteed a fair trial.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to ruin the intensity of the moment.
What is this?
I can't breathe!
I have one thing to say. Sampo never lets friends who've helped him come to harm. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say.
They will suffer, sacrifice, and die because of my order.
It is not death which creates them. They swept into the infancy of a new world.
What about the Underworlders? They will lose the protection of the Architects. They will see me as a tyrant.
You have witnessed the world we have promised. A temporary misunderstanding for an eternity of prosperity.
We will honor your decision.
I understand.
come on, those toys of yours aren't that dangerous.
Then why hasn't he woken up yet?
Because he's sound asleep. Didn't you hear him sleep talking? Poor child. Sounded like a bad nightmare. Tell me the truth, Sampo. What are you gonna do about the overworld girl?
What am I gonna do about her? Why, wait for the opportunity and send her back, together with the rest of them, of course. Hey, come on, what's with the...
You're a bad liar, Sampo Koski.
What? I didn't mean to bring her along. The smoke was too dense. I was in a daze. Before I knew it, I'd somehow dragged her down here, too.
What are you up to, Sampo? Why do you insist on getting caught up in overworld affairs that have nothing to do with you? If it's a whole lot more attention from Wildfire you want, you're going about it the right way.
Hey now, Sampo Koski's primary concern is taking care of his friends. These guys scratch my back. How could I live with myself if I didn't scratch theirs? And another thing, where does Wildfire get off assuming that these fine folks won't come in useful to them, huh? I mean, you never know.
Which is why you've set them loose in the underground?
Come on, accidents happen. I'll have them rounded up in no time.
That girl... Get her back as soon as possible, then don't let her out of your sight. The underground has been sealed off for over 10 years now. The children won't even remember what overgrounders look like. If a girl in a Silvermane Guard uniform suddenly shows up, what would Wildfire do with her? What would they do with you?
All right, I get it. I'm setting off right now. I'll have to trouble you to look after them while I'm gone, ma'am.
Hey, sleepyhead. Looks like you're awake. How are you feeling? Any aches or pains? Good. You were out for a while. I was beginning to worry. You were saying some strange things. Well, now that you're awake, you should probably try moving your limbs. I'm Natasha, a doctor in the underground. You've already spent a day in my clinic. Yes. It's a place that's been sealed off and neglected by the overgrounders for more than a decade. The underground has none of the splendor of the surface. The people here dig tunnels and mine ore to make a living. Sampo's gone to clear up a mess of his own making. So I'm looking after you in the meantime. Based on your current state, I don't think there's any cause for alarm. You seem perfectly healthy. And take a look at the other patients? Sampo told me. Don't worry, the Silvermane Guards won't follow you below ground. We've been cut off from the surface for many years. Even when things were at their worst down here, they never showed. Of course, I don't know the whole story behind why the architects ordered the lockdown. Who knows? Thanks to you, they might finally be about to lift it. Something that Wildfire's wanted to achieve for a long time now. Sampo just told me that you lost consciousness. He didn't say why. Still, I'll wager it had something to do with him. He's always tinkering with his devices. Anyway, the opinion of the clinic is that none of you have come to harm. Oh, please, you needn't worry. You've just been asleep for a while. I barely had to lift a finger. I might have exaggerated your condition for Sampo's years, but that guy owes me. You better bring me back some... They've been up for a while already. The young guy with the dark hair left first. He went with Sampo. Your rowdier friend took off soon after waking up. I imagine she's taking a stroll nearby. As for the girl in the Silvermane Guard uniform, I told Sampo to watch her, but it seems that he left his post, and she made a run for it. Good question. He's a man of mystery. He claims to be a simple cross-border businessman. Not that there's much to interest an overworlder down here. Either way, he's got a surprising number of connections. I've managed to secure more than a few urgent medical supplies through him, and he's been a big help to Wildfire. In any case, I don't think his intentions are sinister. It's a grassroots organization. Think of it as the Silvermane Guards of the Underground, but less stone-hearted. No need to thank me. It's a doctor's duty to heal.
I gotta find March 7th and Dan Hung. But where should I start?
You know, the underground has been cut off from this. Everything all right? I'm a doctor, not... Wildfire is a volunteer grassroots organization. Like I said, you can think of it as the Silvermane Guards of the Underground. They've taken on the duties of the guards, maintain safety and order in the underworld, and compete with fragmentum corrosion for living. Wherever there is hardship and a cry for help, there is Wild. You can always find them. Ask away, but I'm afraid. A meticulously choreographed chance meeting. Sampo is pretty good at orchestrating unexpected encounters, and he always leaves a lasting impression. According to him, that's the gift of a businessman. I hear that question a lot. Seems like he owes everyone something. That's why he never discloses his whereabouts. When people need him, he appears. And when people really need him, he disappears. Sampo's first and second laws of motion. Because we need Geomarrow. After Belobog's construction, the demand for energy kept increasing. The eternal freeze prevented us from expanding outwards, so our only choice was to go down. The people answered the call of the architects and descended, excavating ore veins and establishing mines. Before we were sealed off, it was an honor to work underground. It was a choice. The pursuit of arduous labor for the survival of our entire civilization. It's never been good. Conditions are tough both above and below the surface. The overworld is faced with the eternal freeze and fragmentum corrosion, and the underworld has to contend with hard labor, suffocating heat, and serious shortages. It's been over a decade since the Silvermane Guards withdrew from the underworld, and the situation here has only gotten worse. The only contact we have is the exchange of Geomarrow for goods. And what's more, the fragmentum corrosion has begun to reach us down here, too. Okay, take care, and make sure you look after yourself.
So, you promise that if I win hide and seek, you'll tell Big Sister March all the ins and outs.
Yep, all the ins and outs. What does that mean?
It just means you'll tell me all the details. No hiding anything and no telling fibs.
Hook isn't an overgrounder, you know. Hook never tells fibs.
Yeah, never.
Well, that's settled then. Okay, let's play. Huh? You! When did you get here? Quit acting like a child. It's like this. After I woke up, that doctor said Sampo had taken Dan Hong with him. I went around in circles trying to find the blue-haired scoundrel and bumped into these kids. They say they know where he is. But they said I had to join the moles or something if I wanted to find out. And to do that, I had to prove my strength by winning a game of hide and seek. Do you get it? So what if I am? Why don't you help me, huh?
Hey, are you done with your secret talk? The mole's time is precious.
Yeah, precious.
Okay, we're done. Pitch Dark Hook the Great. This is my friend. He also wants to join the moles. Can he play too?
Sure, I guess so. Then, you guys are seeking.
Boss, they don't seem very smart. Why don't we do a practice one?
You're right, Julian. Okay, let's do a practice one. I'll hide. You two have to find me.
So, you kids think you're better than us, huh? Just you wait and see. It's simple. When you see one of them, you just have to catch them.
Wealth shouldn't be a hindrance to the pursuit of truth. Since when were knowledge and wealth mutually exclusive?
My friend, for a ticket. Looking for a ticket?
Ha! Gotcha! So what? It's just a practice. Wait until we're playing. Bring it on. Right? Now we're playing for real. You gotta count to 50 before you open. 47. Ready or not, here I come, naughty children. The moles haven't lost a game for ages. Got it yet? We're the underground parade fighters and something's not right. That guy's been staring at us this whole time. Hide and seek might have to wait. Let's see what he... My instincts are telling me...
Nonsense! How many 8-year-olds do you see walking around that look like...
All right, the jig is up. Your voice... No need for the melodrama. That was still a magical performance.
Clocking off. Finally.
Haha, I caught you. Doesn't count unless you can answer. What? But we caught you. Don't run. I got you, Hook.
Not fair! I'm the boss of the moles. I'll do your worst.
What are they feeding you kids down here?
I'm sorry, boss. I failed.
Darn! How did you see through Julian's disguise? What villainy! Those with keen eyes see the dust between the stars. I came up with that, by the way. Hey, I read books, you know. So, Pitch Dark Hook the Great. You can tell us now, right?
Yes. The boss of the moles is true to her word.
Hook saw the blue-haired guy, your dark-haired friend to the Fight Club. The Fight Club? You don't talk about it.
Is this more secret talk?
Pitch Dark Hook the Great. Where is the Fight Club? Can you show us?
But it's an obvious building. Grown-ups are just used. Come with Hook. I'll take you over.
Thanks, oh...
That's Pitch Dark Hook the Great to you. Who said you could shorten my title?
A club just for fighting. Who knew undergrounders had such brutal hobbies?
In fact, it's awesome!
They let you take part? When did this place last have an inspection?
Loads of kids take part.
Despicable. My criminal act...
We're here! This is it.
Hook's gonna go fight. See you later. Who's in charge here? How can they just let kids attack each other?
The moles are in charge, that's who. But only the kids. Wildfire's in charge of grown-up business. The moles control everything underground. Ooh, they need one more player there. I gotta go. If you ever want to fight, come find me. There are so many people. What? When did you hear what Hook was saying? Good. Wait a second. You did too hear everything Hook was saying. Grown-up fights are less fun than ours. So whatever keeps. You have to use your fists, palms, and even your fingers in combat. If you don't know how, you're done for. You need to train until your body is an extension of the mind. extension of your will.
Fists, palms, and fingers. Rock, paper, scissors! Phew, no wonder I was confused.
My friend, for a ticket?
Brothers and sisters, are you ready for today's most spectacular, spine-tingling, earth-shattering contest? On one side, recommended by tall, blue, and handsome, the unsmiling, pulverizing power of the new kid on the block, Cold Dragon Young! And his opponent is none other than the unfeeling, incendiary, explosive might of Team Robomatic! All praise to Boss Svarog! Given that no other fighter was willing to take on the strength of Team Robomatic, Cold Dragon Young will face off against these opponents alone! On learning his fate, the brave young fighter had one thing to say: whatever! And so, let the semifinals of the 1,758th Fighting King Challenge begin!
Quick, let's help him!
Oh, brothers and sisters, an unexpected turn of events! 2 members of the audience have charged into the octagon! It looks like they want to team up with Cold Dragon Young!
So you're awake.
Yeah, the first thing we did was go look for you. And now that we found you, we're trying to make sure you don't get your butt kicked. You're welcome.
Brothers and sisters, you can feel their passion. The magnetic pull of this electric sport is undeniable. But let me reiterate, these competitions are for professionals only. Whatever you do, kids, don't try this at home. And Cold Dragon Young is signaling that the contest will go ahead! He's just itching to get into it. And so are we! It's the Iron Fists of Cold Dragon Young and friends versus the Iron Skin of Team Robomatic!
I can take them on my own, you know.
Oh, we need to work on your emotional intelligence.
You have answers? Let's test your knowledge.
Like fireflies to a flame, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! The time is now! Lend me your strength!
Tedious. All will be revealed. In lunar flame!
Cold Dragon Young and his last-minute admirers emerge victorious!
Admirers? How come we don't get cool nicknames? Forget it. I think our taste in nicknames is different. Hey, look! It's Sampo!
Let's get after him.
That guy can't have gotten too far. Let's search nearby.
Hey, it's you! I was just thinking to myself, am I getting robbed? Who are these people following me? So, you start to walk a little faster. And anywho, if I had just turned around, I could have thrown open my arms and said a big hi to my old friends.
Save it. You saw us in there and got scared, so you pulled a runner.
Me? Scared? Oh, my friends, what do I have to fear? Surely I haven't done anything to offend you. Set him up? Yeah, with a job. You guys are new here, and let me tell you, you're gonna need some cash. And Sampo Koski stops at nothing to help his friends. Saving you was just the beginning. I have to consider your finances too. With me, you get the full service, folks. That's friendship. I had no choice but to take you guys down here. It was too dangerous for us on the surface. We're wanted criminals. Sure, the underworld has its drawbacks, but at least the guards would never follow us. We're safe here.
Be that as it may, did you really have to poison us?
Maybe you've forgotten, but we were in a tight spot, my friend. There was no time to think. I had to use whatever I could.
So, it wasn't to cover anything up? A secret that you didn't want anyone, including us, to find out?
Don Hung, what secret?
Well, I'm not certain yet. But there's more to our friend here than meets the eye.
You win. I'll help you to the best of my ability, free of charge, I might add. But please, don't go spreading rumors about me. All right, to prove my sincerity, I'll introduce you to Wildfire. If you're looking for something down here, they're the ones to ask. Well, there's no such thing as a free lunch, of course. Wildfire has no reason to help you yet, so we'll just have to give them one. With your talents, we have nothing to worry about. I'm telling you, no matter where you go, there's only one rule to getting things done. Find the demand. You know, like supply and demand. Anyway, the underground has been sealed off for more than a decade. But do you think people here are just resigned to their fate? Because you're looking for something? Why are you asking? Dan Hung told me you guys were searching for a... what's the word? Stellaron. Sounded pretty powerful. If anyone has a clue on its whereabouts, it'll be Wildfire.
You said I'd uncover a clue if I became the Fight Club champion.
Yeah. I mean, if you fought in the final round and won, you'd have incredible street cred right now. Wildfire wouldn't think twice about talking with you. I don't see the problem. Well, if you want my opinion, they're a bunch of artless, stubborn fools. But who cares what I think? They're a band of do-gooders who sprung up to maintain order in the underground after the Silvermane guards withdrew. Wildfire set up shop. Still, don't underestimate them. We walk in the presence of giants. Have you heard that saying before? Well, Wildfire has giants in its midst. You'll see. Have a little faith. It's like I said. Sampo never lets friends who've helped him come to harm.
So, what does Wildfire do all day?
Everything. They keep the peace, uphold justice, fight for resources, distribute goods. The sliver of trust they have for me has to do with the last one. Huh. Where's Joshua?
What are those shiny rocks?
This is geomarrow, an exothermic ore. The underground and the surface are sealed off from one another, right? Well, only the geomarrow transport line is still running. The underground sends ore to the surface, and the surface sends goods to the underground. At least in theory. Most undergrounders are miners, and this is what they mine for a living. You know, if we didn't have geomarrow to burn, this world would have frozen to death long ago. All right, let's keep moving. The person I was looking for isn't here. Old Oleg isn't here either? Where is everyone?
So you're leading us on another wild goose chase?
I wouldn't dare! Trust me, we're getting close.
Huh? What's that huge structure in the distance?
Oh, that's the furnace core. It's the pillar that connects the underworld and the overworld. People used to travel up and down that thing, but then...
Then what?
It's a long story. In any case, practically nothing moves up or down anymore.
Except you.
Oh, come on, my dear fellow. I thought we weren't going to discuss this. I beg you, the fewer rumors there are about it, the better.
Mere worldly possessions.
That? It looks like she's in trouble.
My friends, don't just stand there. This drama doesn't need any more bystanders.
Oh? You know, it might be interesting to see you get in trouble.
We should avoid attracting too much attention. We can't just leave her.
But I agree with Don Hung. We can't just leave her to the bullies.
Well said. The young lady is wise and righteous.
Let's help her.
All right, princess. Let's dispense with the pleasantries.
You dare catch someone on our turf? How about a few rounds?
Darn it! Quick, disperse!
Spineless thugs.
Miss Zila, phew. It's a good thing you showed up when you did. My heartfelt thanks. These vagrants have got some nerve looking for trouble in Wildfire Terra.
Shut it, Sampo. This is you written all over it. Wildfire has countless issues on its plate right now. We don't need a side order of Koski. I hear Silvermane Guard is paying the underworld a visit. Is that you?
You kidnapped me and brought me to the underground. What is the meaning of this?
Listen to her. What is the meaning of this? She still thinks she's an overworld princess. Do you know what's become of us down here while you live the easy life? Did you even consider the fate of the underworlders?
The Silvermane Guards aren't living the easy life. We are constantly engaged with the enemy, defending Belobog from the scourge of attacking monsters and protecting all those above and below the surface.
Do you even hear yourself? You protect the underground? Redeploying every guard to the surface? Sealing off the only passageway? Protecting the so-called architects, more like it.
The Madam Guardian has her reasons.
Enough talk. You're coming with me. Chief Oleg wants to see you, and he's got more than a few questions.
Perfect, Miss Hila. We were just on our way to pay Chief Oleg a visit ourselves. Room for a few more?
Fully booked. Who are they? You know the chief? Then why don't I know you?
Well, it's like this. The chief's in the market for specific talent. An urgent request, so I'm taking them to see him.
We're looking for a Stellaron. It's the source of all the disasters here. If we find it, we can...
I would recommend you not recite your story to everyone you meet. Miss Hila won't understand it anyway, so let's save it for the chief.
You're right. I don't understand it. And I don't plan on passing the message on either. Wildfire's encountered trouble at the Great Mine. The chief's busy. If you really want to find him, come look for me at the mine entrance. I'm leaving.
The faster the progress, the greater the chance of errors.
Feeling good. I must stay focused.
I'm not done yet.
With countless marvelous sights to be seen, I couldn't possibly consider stopping here.
Just as the databank requires updating, so I must keep evolving.
Bored? A pleasure. Bored? A pleasure.
Back already? Did you get into some trouble?
Where there are people, there is noise.
Finally! You're here! This is urgent, so I'll cut to the chase. Arlen's disappeared. Yes, I can't find him. He's not answering his messages or calls in all the time since I took him in. This has never happened. Of course! I didn't see him. Parts of the surveillance system were destroyed when the Legion invaded. It still hasn't been fully repaired. Maybe he took advantage of a blind spot. It's been 13 hours since he last contacted me. He usually takes less than 13 seconds to reply to my messages. I looked everywhere and couldn't find him, so I checked the security department's work plan records. Look at his last work objectives entry: of the heart, of the mirror, of the self. I asked people in the security department, but none of them thought it was concerning. They said Brother Arlen is a grown man with his own plan. I couldn't get them to listen at all, so... Oh! Peppy! Peppy's my dog. Arlen's looked after him since he was a puppy. They're great. Peppy knows Arlen's scent. Yes! Think about it. If people see me, wouldn't
Doesn't that make Arlen look incompetent as head of the security? Oh, let's go together! Think of the space station as your home.
Only Hertarium are accepted for payment.
That's Professor Capote? Are you weird? Look.
That kid really irks me.
the battle. I'm deafening. Call that defense? Let's test your knowledge. 0 points. Next.
Every victory is hard won.
Ready to squander the remainder of your days?
What's next on the agenda? What's next on the agenda?
to a flame. I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! This is more than a battle. I shall set the
Never stop thinking. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
This battle is unavoidable. The time is now. Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
Just as my calculations predicted. An interesting test of intellect.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body. Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
It's coming. It's coming to me.
Come around and have a look.
And there it goes.
Come around and have a look.
Please?
Hey, man.
I'm busy.
Hey, man. Just trying out this game a little bit. Yeah, let me check the wishes. I have enough for one right. So I can only use a standard for that. It's nice. Oh, after 300, let's see.
We mustn't cling to the past.
Now that we get on the bar, right? Ground is a couple days.